Okay, so Hasbro, Wizards, and that whole D&D OGL stuff is going haywire. Players and content creators are all rallying against the corporate greed of near robotic human beings at the top level of the company. And this is fantastic news for players like myself who enjoy Dungeons & Dragons. I'm excited to see what other games and game systems come out as a result of this. In Pathfinder, I had a gnomish alchemist with a penchant for explosives and a slightly exaggerated case of claustrophobia. It was a grand time and I wouldn't mind revisiting him. The D&D community coming together like this has changed the corporate plans of the greed monster to delay and tweak the changes they plan to make to how they monetize the game. However, this isn't exactly good news for every Hasbro customer. As you may know, Hasbro owns and controls Wizards of the Coast, who in turn run the business side of Dungeons & Dragons. But that's not the only game they run. Magic the Gathering is a game I've played for decades, and I find myself in the unique position to be affected positively and negatively by the one D&D boycott. Let me explain. Magic the Gathering is responsible for the majority of money that Wizards makes, while Dungeons & Dragons makes less, but has more venues like the movie that's coming up to make money. Recently, Magic players had their own issues with Hasbro and Wizards with the 30th anniversary and their $1,000 fake cards. The community, of course, rallied against the product, and Wizards making the point that we aren't going to accept this greedy product. We also rallied against them when talking about the overprinting of cards and product fatigue that many of us felt and may even still feel with the seemingly endless waves of new stuff that's only increasing in price at the same time. However, unlike our D&D brothers in arms, the Magic community immediately forgot about their anger about the 30th anniversary and Wizard and Hasbro's greed once the next set, Dominaria Remastered, was made available and the pretty cards made everyone go, ooh, shiny. But while we're talking about this, if you like shiny things too, why don't you hit that shiny like button and sub to the channel while you're at it? Only about 6% of viewers are subbed to the channel, and it'll help videos like these reach more people who might be interested in this topic. Thanks. After we got a taste of what was coming, players and content creators immediately started talking about the upcoming sets with optimism and excitement, completely ignoring and forgetting what had happened just a few weeks ago. Of course, being the genius that I am, I saw this coming from a mile away. Because I like the game, and while I hated what Wizards did with the 30th, I still wanted new cards to put into my current decks and new commanders to build around. Like many of you, I'm part of the problem. Magic players, even though they hate what Wizards is doing, are still going to go to their events and buy the products they're interested in, and Hasbro knows it. Dungeons & Dragons can be played with the content available now, in addition to the imaginations of players, making it very easy for them to keep playing their game while still taking a stand against the greed monster. Magic does not have that luxury. While we can make proxies, new ideas and new cards can't be made and played with very easily. What all of this means is that when the D&D community inevitably succeeds in defeating their dragon, Hasbro and Wizards will simply look to Magic and its player base to attempt to squeeze even more cash out of us. And since we have no other avenues to continue to play our game, many players are simply going to bend over and take it. This thought didn't even occur to me until the Magic historian brought it up, and I kind of felt defeated already. I do want to continue playing Magic, and new game pieces do make me excited, so I'll probably pick up singles, and if I'm feeling adventurous, I'll gamble with a pack or two, but I'm not excited to find out what they plan to do to get their money from me. As if that wasn't bad enough, their quest for money doesn't exactly mean that they'll make more products or charge more for them. It also means looking for ways to make the products cheaper to produce. We're already seeing the side effects of this through the mass errors found in the products from misprints, bad card stock, sorting issues giving people packs of lands, or entire boxes missing rares and mythics, and more recently, cards that aren't even all cut to the same size. Unfortunately for all of us, this will probably happen more often, and even more things will start to go wrong with our cards. The situation with Dungeons & Dragons is going to be really fun to see play out. It's going to be absolutely amazing to see the company punished for their egregious greed and watch them backpedal as they try to recover. But when they win, it'll be our turn. But I think in the case of Magic the Gathering, it's going to get really, really bad before the Magic community is ready to put their money where their mouth is and actually boycott Magic product and events until Hasbro and Wizards change their single-minded mission to take all of our money. But Magic the Gathering is their biggest moneymaker for a reason, and with the Phyrexian invasion in full force with the All Will Be One set, it's clearly going to be a while before we as Magic players are willing to take the kind of stand that the Dungeons & Dragons community has taken. Then again, a full-blown boycott of Magic the Gathering could also hurt many of our local game stores. So there's that to consider also. It's not going to be an easy fix, but until that point, I guess all we can do is wait and see. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and until next time, I'm Space Coconut, and you're welcome.